Friends, today we are going to write our first C program. We are going to compile it and then we are going to execute it. For doing this, I am going to use a software known as CodeBlocks. CodeBlocks is an IDE that you can download from the Google by typing download CodeBlocks for Windows. Click on the first link and then you will be able to download. Once it is done, so before writing the program, you should know what is function. A function is a set of statements to perform some task. For example, if you want to print something, there is a function. If you want to get user input, there is a function. If you want to show date or time, there is a function. So now the next question is how to use the function. Friends, we can write our own function that we are going to write later, or we can use the functions which are ready-made, which are already available. Those functions are known as the library functions. So right now we are going to use the library functions. The first library function that we are going to use today is the printf. Now, how to use this function? To make the things easier and manageable, C language has created the concept known as the header files. The header file is a file in which there are library functions already available. So if you want to use the function printf, then you must know which header file you are supposed to use. If you want to use the function to display date, then you should know which header file you are going to use. So with this knowledge, we will be able to write our first program. The first line is hash include stdio.h. Because we want to use a function printf, we have to use this header file. This header file contains the function printf. Now what is hash include? This hash include is known as the preprocessor directive. Now what is preprocessor? I'll tell you in a minute. Once you write this, we are going to use a function main. Now the main is a function which must be there in every C program. A C program cannot be compiled without a main function. If you want to run it, there should be one and only one main. Now, this main function has parentheses. In this parenthesis, we can write arguments. Right now, there are no arguments, so it's void. Okay, void. You can write void or you can skip void. Doesn't matter. A void is, it means it has not any arguments. Now, what is int? This int is a return type of this function. So it means this main function is going to return an integer type at the end. So in the end, we will write return 0. So this is the minimum C program that you are going to write in all our future C programs. So let's write the function. To start the function, we have to use curly braces. This is opening braces, and to close the function, to end the function, we have to use the closing braces. So this is our main function, and we are going to write everything inside this function. So here, let's write our first function, printf. Now this printf function is already available in stdio.h. Now what is a preprocessor directive? This hash include does the task of pre-processing. Your compiler will start its job from here. So before that, a preprocessor takes care of this process of including the stdio.h file. So now what is the function printf doing here? You have to pass some argument here. For example, I am learning C. Now this is an argument that we are going to pass to a printf function. This is a string, so we have to use double quotes to enclose it. Every C program must end with a semicolon. If you remove the semicolon, then you will not be able to compile the program. Your compiler will shout an error. So let's try to do that and let's check. Let's try that. This is a build option. When we do that, you will get an error here. Error expected semicolon before return. So before this line means at this line, at the end of this line, you expect a semicolon. So if you put a semicolon and then run. Now let's build it. Now this time you can see build is finished, 0 errors, and we can run the program. Now I am learning C. So friends, this is my first C program. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to our channel for future videos.